Hey everybody, it's Larry with Hobby Progress, and this is the tasting room. Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. Hey everybody, this is Larry, and everybody, welcome to the Hobby Progress tasting room. Today, I've got two more Evil Twin Brewing Company beers. I loved the Even More Jesus so much on the last video that I just couldn't help myself when I saw these two on the shelf. So we've got the Even More 8 pound 6 ounce newborn infant Jesus, and we have the Even More little tiny baby Jesus. Um, the little tiny baby Jesus is an oatmeal stout that is 7% alcohol, and the 8 pound 6 ounce newborn infant Jesus is a milk stout at 5% alcohol by volume. So these don't have near the alcohol content of just the regular Even More Jesus, um, but I figured why not give them a shot. They look amazing. So we're gonna give a start with the newborn infant Jesus, the milk stout. Got a good dark color, just like the other ones did. The head comes up on it really good. Yeah, okay, see, that smells like a milk stout. Um, it's got kind of like a milkshake, like a malt smell to it, but it's sweet though. I really do like that smell. Hmm. It's got a remarkably fizzy feel to it, almost at the beginning. Maybe that's just because the head was still on it quite a bit. It's remarkably bitter though. Normally milk stouts aren't that bitter. Normally they're a little smoother. Um, I'm not saying that this wasn't smooth. It's just on the back of my tongue a little bit. There's a lot of bitter. Hmm. Yeah, it's not as heavy as you might think it would be by the color either. I'm really impressed with how um, light it is without tasting watery. A lot of stouts, when they become uh, light or thin, they almost have like a watery texture to them, and this doesn't have that at all. Um, this is definitely not a traditional milk stout. It's just not at all what I think of when I think of a milk stout. I really do like it though. It's got with that bitter, it's almost an IPA kind of feel, but completely like flavor wise, not an IPA, but a feel of like an IPA, just because of how smooth with the bitter it is. Hmm. Yeah, I'm really having a hard time describing that one. And it wasn't just because the head was on it. It does feel fizzy at the beginning. Um, that is just the strangest beer ever. But not in a bad way. I think that's a good uh, bitter light stout. Like it's something you could drink a little bit of, But at 5% alcohol, that's probably why it tastes the way it does. Yeah, it's just good. It's light. It's drinkable. I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit. Um, Newborn infant Jesus. So yeah, I'm interested to see, honestly, because my refrigerator is a little on the cooled side for the stouts. So I'm interested to see what this one does when it warms up a little bit. So I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to try another one. All right, so we're going to go over to the little tiny baby Jesus, which is just absolutely my favorite name for a beer ever. I mean, come on now. And this is an oatmeal stout. I don't think I've done an oatmeal stout on the channel before, but oh boy, that's got really good color. I like in a stout when the head comes off that brown color. It's a little hard for you to see, but I'll try to get a picture of it later. But it screams to me that this has got really good dark flavor. So just in the pour, you can kind of tell that it's going to be thick in texture too, probably. Okay, this one has a little less aroma than the other one. It's kind of harder to pick out. You can kind of smell the oatmeal in like almost like a bready, like a really light bready flavor or smell. Yeah, I don't know. The aroma is just not very powerful. Well, I was right that it would have a dark flavor. Texture's not quite as thick as I expected it. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this one either. It's very smooth. It goes down clean. I don't taste much bitter to it at all. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't taste oatmeal to me. Um, Normally, you can get a real thick, well, oatmeal flavor in an oatmeal stout. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous and redundant, but you don't always get what the can says. In this one, I'm not, for sure, getting the oatmeal flavor. Um, it's a lot less bitter and smooth, but I'm having trouble, again, describing the flavors that I'm getting out of this one. Mm. Yeah, if you hold it for a little bit on the tip of your tongue, you start to get a little bit more flavor. And you can kind of, that bready smell that I was talking about, you can kind of get a bready flavor out of it. Again, it's a little thinner than I like out of a stout. It doesn't have as bold a flavor as just the regular Even More Jesus had. Um, it just seems like it had so much complexity and so much flavor. These both come up short, in my opinion. I was really looking forward to this oatmeal stout, hoping that it would be everything that the imperial stout was, and just with the oatmeal. Um, yeah, both of these are kind of just not living up to the to the standard and what I had built up in my head, and maybe that's the problem. is I had built up some standard in my head. And they're just not, it's just not what I thought they were. Yeah, again, it's extremely drinkable. Um, this one, I believe, was the 7%. Yeah, this one was 7%. For a 7% beer, it is extremely drinkable and very good. Um, it does have a little bit of bitter to it, but overall, I enjoy the beer. If I had the choice between it and the Even More Jesus, I would definitely go with the Even More Jesus, just the regular. Um, hmm. And I have to admit, of the two, I like the Oatmeal Stout better. The Newborn Infant just has too much bitter, and I don't like that kind of bitterness in a stout. It's just I don't know, something about the flavors in this one just doesn't do it for me. The Oatmeal Stout, on the other hand, you lose all the bitterness, but it just lacks punch. Um, I don't feel that it's got enough flavor to justify it, which is remarkable because it has great color, and it just doesn't have the flavors to back it up, which is just a bummer. I still enjoy it. So the two, the little tiny baby Jesus wins out, um, which is just as well because I just absolutely love that name. So again, of the Evil Twin Brewing that I've tried, uh, the Even More Jesus is still standing at my favorite. Then the Little Tiny Baby Jesus is right behind it, but quite a ways behind, I guess. And then the Newborn Infant Jesus um, is even further back, just a little too bitter. Um, Not quite my style right now. Um, I definitely wouldn't turn on any of them down if they were offered. All right, thanks for watching today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. If you like more content like this, come and find me on my Facebook page where I cover some of the rest of my hobbies. Thanks for watching.